If you were given the option to live forever, would you? And if you could live forever, what would you do with your time? That is an option that Winnie Foster is given in the book called Tuck Everlasting. And this is a fantasy novel written by Natalie Bibbett. And I'm going to read a little bit out of here. It says, "The water, it stops you right where you are. If you drink from it today, you will stay a little girl forever. You will never grow up, not ever." Winnie Foster is a 10-year-old girl who is a very curious little girl, but she is confined to a very small fenced-in front yard. And one day she decides that she's going to sneak away and she's going to go exploring in her family's wooded property. And as she's out exploring, she stumbles across a spring and she sees this young man out there drinking from it. So she goes up to him and she starts to talk to him and asks him what his name is, where he's from, and what he's doing out there. And as they're talking, she decides that she's going to take a quick drink from the spring. And the young man, whose name is Jesse, tries to persuade Winnie not to take a drink from it. But she doesn't understand why she shouldn't, because he was taking a drink from it, so it must be safe. So they're discussing the spring, and he's telling her, no, don't drink from it. And as they're talking about it, his mom and his brother show up, and they are all talking about the spring. So they decide to take Winnie back to their place and share their secret with her. And they explain to her that many years ago, they all took a drink from the spring, and ever since that day, they have not aged, nor can they die. So Winnie is thinking, wow, this is amazing. If I take a drink from this spring, I will live forever. So she's thinking about taking a drink from the spring, and so Jesse goes over to her and he says, "Why don't you wait until you're 17, same age as me? That's only 6 years off. Then you can go and take a drink, and then you could be with me." So Winnie is having to make a decision on whether to drink from the spring and live forever, or just age like a normal human being. So you will have to read this book to find out what decision Winnie makes.